Hey. That looks good on you.
Thank you.
Andrea, Miss Movies, Nick, Paige, give it up for your improv.
Woo!
Guys, hey, welcome to this untelevised Screen Junkies Central panel. We wanted to have these four up here for a long time.
Sorry, I had to work around my busy schedule.
I totally get it. Paige has had a lot of commitments.
This was awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. You know what? I did have a point for having everybody up here. So Screen Junkies is all about fandom. It's all about love, and I was just like, let's just bring some fans up and let's talk about being dorks together, because we all are. So yeah, let's go down the panel. What was the first like fandom or franchise or character that you were like, I'm in, like that you can remember like as a kid, or what was like the first thing that spoke to you?
Okay, the first thing that spoke to me as a movie fan is the movie Clue. It was the first time that I would re-rent a movie over and over again from the video store. They eventually were like, you know what, maybe you should just keep this. Because you come in here so much, you spend so much money on this movie, I think it's time for you to have it.
So Blockbuster just gave me.
Well, there was no Blockbuster at that time. We're a little old guys, so this was before.
This is free Blockbuster. I had our local was Roadrunner Video, and that's where I rent old SummerSlam tapes and a movie called Seven Ninja Kids every night. Paige, what about you?
Could be anything besides movie, because I have to say I was a big fan of the Pokemon series, the old one.
Woo!
Sorry, I had somebody back.
No, it's kidding. The old Pokemon series.
Old Pokemon, right on.
I go to the movie store all the time, and I get all the VHSs, and I think that they ended up selling them to me. Same thing over there. They're like, just take it. I don't need it. And there's like a huge pile of them. Still have them. And I lent them to some people before, like a few of them. I sold them in a garage sale, so always hurts this right here.
Yeah. I had a moment of weakness in college where my parents were like, what do you want us to do with all this crap? And I was like, I don't care. And I did care. I cared a lot. Nick?
Well, it's gonna be kind of deep. As Americans, we're basically controlled as children to be like, oh, like this, like that, like everyone loves Disney movies. But I think one of the things that sticks out in my mind the most would probably be Ninja Turtles when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was actually like 6 or 7. My dad's awesome first comic, Eastman and Lay's Ninja Turtles.
Oh, cool.
You didn't know how dark that shit was, but
yeah,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, that was almost, when you were a kid, that was almost like worse than like finding like an adult magazine or something. You were like, I found this turtle comic, and they pulled out a guy's spleen on like the second page. This is huge.
It's pretty good.
That's awesome. Right on, Ninja Turtles. What about you?
For me, it was X-Men.
Nice. The cartoon, or?
The cartoon, definitely cartoon.
Cool.
And there was a solid 3 years right between us, and I'm like, okay, I'm about to hit puberty. Any minute now, those mutant powers are going to come in, and leave these losers behind.
So follow up, and let's make sure everybody's mics are on. Any mutant power?
Are you kidding me? I wanted to be Jean Grey.
Yes!
Seriously,
Yeah.
that's powers. I was totally. I mean, if I was her, I would have done Cyclops, but you know.
Sure. Okay, so who wins that love triangle then? I guess Logan wins that love triangle.
No, I get to be Jean Grey, and I like Gambit best, so screw you, I want to have an accent.
Can I just throw one thing?
Absolutely.
You could always become a shitty Inhuman. Just saying.
You can always what?
Become an Inhuman because Marvel's pushing that hard. Because they're killing off the X-Men.
What do you? Okay, yeah. So how do you guys? I'm gonna try to segue into that. I don't really know how. Okay, no problem. Out of all Marvel's, are any of you guys Marvel Comics readers?
Yeah, I dropped them recently. Just Image and DC's getting better.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Image comic?
Oh shit, that's hard. So many of them I still read. East of West is amazing.
Yep.
Saga's the tits. Sex Criminals is hilarious. Deadly Class just got picked up. That's so good.
Sex Criminals, super funny book. Don't let the uncomfortable title trick you. It's sort of like a coming of age, like sort of early 20s.
Cum world when they come in freeze time. It's pretty awesome.
They use their weird sex powers to rob banks. Super funny book, super weird to read on a plane.
I don't read comics, but you know what I do? I listen to this show called Geek History Lesson, which is a podcast. It's hosted by Jason Inman and Ashley Victoria Robinson, and they teach me all of my geek cred. So I fake it. That's nice.
You get cliff notes. You were like me. You were like me in sports in middle school.
Because I like podcasts. That's one of my favorites.
I wish I had one sports podcast growing up, because I grew up in Kentucky, and you either supported University of Louisville Cardinals or University of Kentucky Wildcats, and that was pretty much discussion every day. And so, depending on where you were standing in a room as a dork, you had to have like 3 Cardinal or Wildcat facts just to like not die. So, like, yeah, I wish I had that sports podcast. Any other podcasts you guys like?
Going along Geek History Lesson, I also listen to Superhero News, which is Adam Hlavik, Hector Navarro, and Augustin San.
Friends of the show, Hector Navarro, like those guys.
Batman on Batman. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, sorry, I just was forgetting his last
Batman
name.
on Batman fan?
Batman on Batman. Another one called Magic Mike's. They do magic shit. It's pretty cool. There's a new one I check out. It's called Nerd Obscure. Found on Instagram. It's a bunch of different people, but Rock Up Church, the artist for Drag Queens before they kicked him off. He's going back to it.
Yeah.
It's funny as shit.
Very cool.
Check it out. It's on SoundCloud, iTunes.
You guys got any picks?
I mean, my own podcast too, but.
It wouldn't be a con if we weren't plugging things.
Sorry.
Plug it, movies.
I really liked back when it was still a podcast when the guys from Penny Arcade were playing D&D.
Yes, I do remember that. And now Dan Harmon's doing something similar now too. He's doing like a Harmon's Quest. Yeah, super fun.
I was just gonna add on to the thing, like the last question when we were talking about Marvel, and then he was like, Image DC. Is it okay to answer that one?
Yeah.
That's all right. I just gotta say, I played the game of Injustice, and I was like, damn, that was a really good game. So I picked up the comic, and I have to say that's probably one of my favorite.
Super
comics.
on board.
So good. You have to read it. Oh, it's everything that there might be kids in here. When Foshizzle hits the band right before the Injustice game, it's gonna be great. It's great. All right. All right.
Yeah, what's up?
Like, since they just did the DC reboot with Rebirth, the Capullo Snyder run for Batman was, I'd say, even better than Nolan's run. It was awesome.
I agree. I love the Court of Owls. If you haven't read the Scott Snyder Batman run, super fun. He does a weird arc with basically the Illuminati founded Gotham, kind of in sort of a weird little nutshell. If I was going to elevate a picture to you, super fun. I like that in the Injustice thing. Have you guys ever seen like a weird adaptation of a hero or something like that, and been like, you know what, this isn't the usual deal with this, but I would read this comic, or I would watch a movie about this, just like the Injustice video game.
Definitely that one.
For me, my guilty pleasure is I don't necessarily love the Joel Schumacher Batman movies, but I would read a comic series that continued those weird Joel Schumacher Batman characters. So that was mine, just a comic full of nipples and black light paint.
Yeah, Batman was so sexy.
Hypersexualized, yes.
Yeah, it's just like weirdly hypersexualized.
Well, if you're gonna do that, you should bring back the old Adam West and just have it be a complete mockumentary of itself, comic, all Adam West style Batman. It'd be great.
That would be incredible too. That would be super fun.
Hold on, there's people just walking in. Hi, people. We're important con people. We just came back from Comic-Con, so get pictures with us after this.
So you were a super big you're a Gambit lady.
Oh yeah, love,
And
love
they
the actor.
keep pushing your movie back.
What the hell, right? I mean, what does someone have to do to get a movie with a guy with an accent at the front center?
Is Channing Tatum an okay Gambit for you?
Not really my preference on that so much. No.
Sub question: is Channing Tatum an okay Magic Mike for you?
Yes. I'll answer that.
I watched Magic Mike for Matt Bomer because apparently my thing is guys who aren't into me.
I had some people tell me that his face looked like a foot, like because my sister has a big poster of him in her room, and I don't know. I was like, isn't that just nice? He has his travel bag, he's shirtless, and my cousin looked over and he's like, his face looks like a foot, and where does he plan to go without a shirt?
Channing Tatum?
Logic takes all of the sexy out of Channing Tatum. That's impractical. You should wear clothes.
He was great in This Is the End, though. When getting Brad's like, just bend over, I'm gonna give it to you. He's like, yeah.
Oh, hey guys.
He's a funny dude. I like Channing Tatum. Guys, I'm going to open up to the crowd and then we're going to wrap this up. Does anyone have a question for these fans? An important comic book question that you have ever wanted to ask a panel full of strangers that you may never see.
I will tell you anything.
Yeah.
We got one right here.
Where was that?
What's your
question?
So, when you guys did the whole Honest trailers, who exactly did the voices for the names?
Oh, they have no idea. Just random fans. Have we brought up to just sort of have some fun?
It was all
But
me.
I'll answer that here. It's me and Spencer J. Gilbert. The process is we remember at the last second that we haven't done the honest names, and then everybody has a really weird, intense 20 minutes where we try to think of whichever ones we can. That's the process behind the end of honest trailers. It's just pure fear and panic. What's up, man?
If you guys watch anime, what's your favorite anime series?
Oh, favorite I got. Something I got.
I think we'd be closing out on this. What was it?
Okay, there's a lot of them. Not everyone else to answer because I have to think on this one. I have like millions, okay?
What do you want right now? Your first favorite one, what you fell in love with, what you enjoy, like. That's too wide range for me.
Yeah.
First what was your first anime that you were like, oh?
Shit, I don't know what I meant. It was like Dragon Ball or Sailor Moon.
That's a good one. Yeah.
But that just got you in. It's
You
like,
know what?
oh, what's
Dragon Ball Z.
Sailor Moon?
That's fun. Mine was that old Street Fighter anime movie.
Yeah.
That was another one that our video store had on tape, and you felt like you were getting away with something because Chun-Li was in the show.
Hero was one of my favorites as a kid too, like 8 or 9. That was just
Yeah.
so beautiful.
How about you two?
What was the question?
Anime that you love, anime that you hate.
Well, Spirited Away, obviously.
Spirited Away, Miyazaki, solid pick.
But it terrifies my children. I have 2 kids, and we showed it to them too early. So
We're not completely screwed.
Well, when I was little, of course, I loved Sailor Moon and all that. But as I got older and branched out, I started reading some of them. And the one my brother introduced me to recently, which I guess is technically more of a manga, but I'm going to plug it because everyone else got to plug something.
Plug?
All You Need Is Kill was a fantastic
yeah.
story.
Yeah.
And a completely shitty movie, and Tom Cruise ruined it. And
I did enjoy the movie, but also great manga. I'll totally agree with you.
But they ruined the story. If they made some other movie like that, it would have been fine. But I'm like, you just completely destroyed the premise of the movie.
See, I saw the movie first, so I was like, this is great. And then I read the manga and looked at the manga and was like, oh, well, this is fun too. Yeah, so I had the total reverse experience.
I should have watched it the other way. I might not hate the movie so much.
Oh, hey, Hal Rudnick. Ladies and gentlemen, Hal Rudnick. Woo! Hey, our John's favorite anime. This
All
is how
right.
big.
Well, here we go. Drum roll, please. Stuff between the ones that started me, Bleach, Death Note, that was that generation.
Bleach and
But
Death Note.
Tokyo Ghoul, of course.
So good.
The one that I would have to say is probably one of my most favorite is called Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Neon Genesis.
Yeah.
The movies are even better right
I
now.
know, they're real.
They're beautiful.
Go watch them right now.
Definitely rebirth them now.
Did we just become best friends? Guys, give it up for our parents. Come on, man. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. Hal, 10 minutes?
You guys, the votes are in.
Votes are in.
Best panel at Comic-Con.
I'll be here until Sunday.
Guys, this was
Thank
seriously
you guys
better
for
than
having
our,
out.
This was better than our Family Guy panel. What's that?
Can I get a shirt?
No, sir. Yes, sorry, if you buy, those shirts, come by. Daddy got to pay bills.